Alright, so most of like what I'm gonna be doing right now, or rather leveling, is just gonna go straight to endurance because I feel like that's
nice.
more important than vitality for a lot of things. But I am gonna be doing some dexterity as well as later on I'm gonna do attunement and then intelligence because I believe the pyromancy flame scales with intelligence.
That's fucking lit, dude. I'm hyped.
One thing that I wish they added in this one, that they did end up adding in the other Dark Souls, is speed climbing.
What speed? Oh, where you hold the run button and you climb.
Yeah, you climb faster. Okay. Yeah. Another interesting thing is like the first time I played this game, I went through this under part of the bridge.
Yeah. Did you shoot the guy with like 150 arrows? That's what
yeah, and I got the Drake sword, and it makes the game like it makes the early game like a breeze, and it's just like super easy. But now I'm just like, nah, I don't like going this way because it's a pain in the ass because of the rats.
And it takes a good like 15 minutes to get that fucking sword. I'm just like,
yeah, and I'm just like, I don't really care about it too much. Like I'm fine without it. So now instead, what I do is I go up here and just wait in this corner. I'll peek my head and then just wait in the corner. At least the only reason I peek my head is to get rid of the enemies there, because he just like takes them all out, and I'll just wait here in the corner and just wait for him to jump.
Will he just jump by himself, or do you have to trigger him again?
Yeah, no, he'll just jump by himself. Like after a while of you hiding here.
Oh, nice.
He does that, and I just make a run for it.
You know what's really funny? When I first encountered this, I never thought you could do that. Like, I never once thought, oh, I can just run right past him.
Same. Same. That's why I went the underpath.
Every time I got there, I was like, oh, fuck, okay, he's down. I have to, like, hit his claws and then, like, run back. And, like, I would always get, like, you know, killed by flames. I'm just like, well, fuck that.
Another thing about him, too, is, like, assuming that you don't really know what's going on and, you know, you don't have access to the best weapons, you can't kill him.
Yeah, for facts.
You can't kill him, not because, like, it's difficult, but because he'll literally fly away after you get him down to a certain amount of health.
Yeah.
And so it's just a pain in the ass. So, like, the best thing you could do is, like, cut off his tail, and then, like...
You do see him later on in the game?
I don't think so. I think this is the only area that you see him.
Ooh.
Yeah, and then, and like I was saying, you could cut off his tail and still get the Drake sword like that. And that's about all you could really do.
It sucks.
Yeah. Like, you just straight up cannot kill him. Like, unless you know what the fuck you're doing, you just can't kill him. It's just not a thing.
So, what are your thoughts on the...
I'm probably gonna die here.
Probably. On, like, the idea that, this game it's not clear enough on what it is that you need to do.
What do you mean, like?
So, for example, like, it doesn't give you any direction, right? And then there's no sort of clear, like, story or anything like that. Like, for me, like, what are your thoughts on that? Because I think it's cool now, but when I first played it, I hated it. It was a huge turnoff. That's why I didn't play it until about 2014 or 2015.
It was the same for me.
Yeah.
When I first played the game, I was like,
what is that?
Somebody rested at this bonfire and kindled it. So I got an extra Estus flask out of that.
Okay.
That's
cool.
Basically, like the last bonfire that you rest at, if somebody rests at it and kindles it, if somebody rests at it and kindles it, you get an extra.
Okay.
Yeah, an extra Estus flask. So it's pretty neat. I like that. It's like something that they didn't have to add, but they just did anyway. And I was like, oh, that's really neat.
Nice, okay.
And what's nice about it is that even though I'm banned, it still works for me.
I was gonna say, because if you're still connected to online servers, so it still works in that sense, but you can't do PvPs.
So like, I still have like an internet connection.
Yeah,
obviously, and all that, but I can't do like PvP. I can't do. Yeah, I can't do online play. Like they won't let me invade anybody, and I don't think they'll let anybody invade me because they see me as a cheater.
Because you are a cheater.
Because, well, I mean, to a degree, yeah, but it's like,
yeah.
I was literally only doing it just for the sole purpose of like getting back to where I was in my Soul Level 1 run on the PS3. Because I played this on the PS3 and I started the Soul Level 1 run and I was like, I'm not trying to do all that fucking work again.
Isn't it asked that you can't like transfer files over from one console to another?
Yeah, that shit sucks. I hate it, but you know, whatever, I guess.
So you wouldn't have cheated if that would have been a thing, right?
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have. I would have just kept playing and like, you know, because like the whole purpose was like to like beat the whole fucking game at Soul Level 1, and I really wanted to do like a full boss clear, like an all bosses Soul Level 1 run. But you know, now that the PS3 is pretty much obsolete, my sister.
That's scary to like think about.
My sister.
Like, it feels like just yesterday the PS3 came out.
It feels like just yesterday the PS4 came out, dude.
Yeah.
Like.
And that shit's gonna be obsolete in like a year.
Yeah, because the PS5 is about to come out soon. I'm not ready for that, but.
Nigga, not for $600.
If it has full backwards compatibility,
I'm gonna be so hyped.
I'm gonna fucking get it on release.
Yeah.
But if not, then I'm gonna wait.
And by backwards compatibility, you mean just with the PS3? Because I'm thinking like PS1,
No.
PS2,
When I say
PS3.
full,
you mean
backwards
like
compatibility? I mean every single system. Yeah.
What's the PS4 isn't backwards compatible with anything, right? Like physical
no,
hardware,
I don't think so.
Which is ass. Because I know the PS3.
I
think that the first generation, the really fat one with like a 60 gigabyte like storage, I think that one was PS2 compatible, but then the PS3 Slim wasn't.
So the first generation of the PS4 was extremely expensive, and the reason for that was because it was backwards compatible with PS2 and PS1 games.
Oh really?
Yeah, and to bring down the cost of it, they were like, okay, yeah, we'll bring down the cost, but it's not gonna be backwards compatible anymore. Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, it's like you can still play the PS1 games. That's still backwards compatible, but you couldn't play PS2 games. And honestly, I was really disappointed by that. I would have rather, I personally would have rather just paid the full amount.
But wasn't it like $650 or something?
Something like that.
It was like stupid expensive, you know.
Yeah, it was like hella fucking expensive. But honestly, I would have rather paid that than to pay less and not have backwards compatibility. But that's just me talking now, just because I have one already. But I don't know. I feel like it would have been nice.
You're a part of the PC Master Race, so you can just emulate
not really.
that shit.
PC Master Race is more just like, hey, that PC is the only way to go. Like, what are you doing playing consoles? I still like playing consoles. I love playing consoles. I don't think I'll ever get tired of it, just because like it's a thing of nostalgia for me.
Consoles, yeah.
Yeah, because like I grew up playing video games. Literally, I was 2 years old when I played my first video game.
Do you remember what you played?
Yeah, I do. It was Super Mario Bros. The one for the NES.
Really? The fighting game?
What the fuck?
Wait, no. Oh, you mean the NES?
Super Mario Bros.
Shut up. I'm dyslexic. Shut up.
How is that related to dyslexia at all?
Fuck you, nigga. Shut up. I can't. And but yeah.
We were doing so well with not arguing, and then you had to go and ruin it.
Yeah, it's fine. Go ahead. So that was the first game you played?
So yeah, that was the first game I played, and I had it because my dad enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much my dad is the reason that I became a gamer, essentially, because he kind of just like would buy me video games and stuff, just because like he was like, oh yeah, these will be fun. Kids will like this, and I just fucking
loved it.
I fell in love with it, dude.
Nice,
I was just straight up like, I love this shit. Like, this shit's great. It's fun. It takes me to a place that's just like interesting.
Yeah.
It has interesting mechanics. I can't do things like that. I can't eat a mushroom and grow 3 sizes bigger. That's fucking fun. But yeah, that shit, like, I didn't think that it was gonna just like become a full blown like thing that I'm just like into.
Yeah.
I just thought it was gonna be like one of those things where it's like, because like my parents always told me, oh, like you're young now, so you watch cartoons and whatever, and you know do all this stuff. But once you get older, you're gonna get tired of it.
Little
And
do
now
they know.
and then now I'm here fucking
A weeb.
25 years old, still watching fucking.
Yeah.
I watch anime, and then I'm playing video games. They're like, damn. They really just put me on it. It was great. I love it, dude.
I fuck with it, yeah. I don't remember the first video game I played. I think it might have, one of the earliest memories I've got of playing a video game was on my cousin's Nintendo 64 way back when. They lived right across like the high school in St. Helena, so like I would always come through and like just chill and like play ask to play video games at their house and stuff. And
Right.
so they had Turok.
Oh, I remember that.
And that was one of the earliest. That's one of the earliest video games I remember playing. But I'm pretty sure there's one before that. Damn, dude, you're trash at playing.
I don't know why it's these guys that I have such a hard time parrying.
Yeah.
Like this big guy, you saw me just parrying.
Yeah,
him,
it was like it was nothing. Yeah.
So whatever. But
You know,
like these guys, I don't know why.
I love the design of the guys up ahead with the really small shields and like the capes. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Oh,
the
I
really,
know. I yeah.
Like the really small,
like
World War
the
I
one
style
like the
helmet.
one that I was just fighting, but like
Yeah.
with the tiny shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
I
about.
fuck with the design of that.
It's just dope.
Yeah. I remember, it was the PS1, or it's not PS1, the PS4. Which Battlefield was it? I think it was Battlefield 4 that had like that first introduced like the cape, like characters with the cape, and I just thought that was so cool. Because it was just like a small little cape, and then Call of Duty followed it up, and I was like, oh, it was actually super interesting. Like I fuck with cape. I fuck with cape designs. Cape designs are pretty interesting.
I feel it. So before I do anything, I'm gonna go rest at this bonfire over here because that's progress I don't wanna have to make again. The first time I played this, I didn't even know there was a bonfire down here, so
Really?
I just like was going at those guys trying to fucking kill them
You
all.
would never think, like, the thing is, this game is all about exploration, but, like, it's exploration to, like, literally it's all up to you. And, like,
Yeah.
it puts you at a huge disadvantage in a way, but it's also really, really good for you. Because you actually do explore stuff.
Definitely.
So, I was always curious. Item discovery, what does that...
So it just means that like you'll have a higher chance of
Getting better items and stuff like that?
no getting items from NPCs or like you know from enemies, like they'll just drop more shit, like it's just a higher drop rate.
Okay. Because I remember when like I first came across that, and like I would read up each individual stat. I didn't really read through them, but I was like, item discovery, that's so interesting, because I knew there were hidden walls when I first played the game, and I was like, so maybe it's just like there's like a certain level where like that number has to be a certain number, and then it'll show you some of the hidden walls in the game. I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't know if it was this one or DS2. I need to get DS3 again, dude. I fucking love that game.
That game is great. I slightly wish I had it for PC, but I'm glad I have it in general.
Do you remember when we left? It was like the fourth column up where you stop hearing the hammer. It's like you can hear it get fainter and fainter,
Right.
and like the further up you go, there's like a point where it just stops.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah, that ambiance like that, like little, tiny little
Yeah.
things, attention to detail are fucking dope.
What are your thoughts on crossbows?
In this game or like
Just
in general?
I don't,
Crossbows are pretty cool.
they're pretty boss, but I would much rather, I don't know.
I think so.
Crossbows are lit. I wouldn't mind having one.
Crossbows are dope and shit, but like the elegance of like bow and arrow is like far more interesting to me. But I think crossbows are badass as fuck too. Like, especially because what's his face? I think his name was Dale. Dale from fucking what's it called? No, Daryl. Daryl from what's that show? Fucking with the zombies.
Oh, The Walking Dead.
That one. There you go. Yeah.
That really shitty show. Yeah.
You think it's shitty?
I haven't. The last like 4 seasons are really bad.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't really watch it, and I
Like
haven't really watched it.
when they killed off the Asian guy, I was like, yeah, this show fucking sucks.
Yeah, everybody was like that. Everybody thought that exact same thing. Everybody loved the Asian guy.
The one good thing about that episode was when they beat the shit out of his face. Like makeup did a really good job because one of his eyes was like actually like popped out. They did a really good job of making it look realistic. But yeah, like I stopped fucking with the series in like 2016, I want to say. And it's kind of just like one of those things where like, yeah, it's like still going on and it draws in a pretty good audience, but it's kind of like 2.5 Men where it's like you guys should have stopped. You know?
I feel it.
Like, I fucked with the Ashton Kutcher incarnation of 2.5 Men, but it like, there was just a point, I think, where one of the episodes I'm like, wow, this just really doesn't do it for me anymore. And it was the episode where they start like, this was towards the end of like the series running.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Walden and Alan try to adopt a son named Lewis, and that completely was just like, alright, this is stupid. Like, they're kind of just like rushing in, like,
I feel it.
Plus, a lot of the characters, a lot of the characters didn't really get good arcs. Like, Lindsay was an alcoholic, and, like, she went to AA and stuff, and she got better, but, like, she didn't really change. You know, like, she just stopped drinking, but her personality didn't change. Like, she wasn't, you know...
Right.
And that's not me, like, having a problem with AA. It was just, like, it didn't do anything interesting for her character.
I feel it.
Oh, God. Alan... They really played up, like, the cheapskate thing, like... And I'm not talking about, like, any more so than, Oh, what?
Oh, no.
Did
I miss it?
What happened?
That's bullshit.
What'd you do, Luna?
Oh, what's his face already grabbed her?
You're talking to somebody who has no idea what's going on, Luna. What's going on?
Okay, so there's an NPC.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it, this fucking asshole. Damn it, I didn't want that. So there's this asshole that fucking wears gold armor that you find further up. Oh, you know what? I know why he took her.
Why?
I got that second Firekeeper soul from Blighttown, and that triggered the event to happen.
Damn.
Yeah. God damn it. But anyway, he just his name is Lautrec. He's just a
I've heard that name
dude.
before.
Yeah, he's just a dude in gold armor who basically kidnaps that Firekeeper.
For the rest of the game, you can't do anything about it.
No, not for the rest of the game. For the rest of the game, up until you get to like Anor Londo and you beat Ornstein and Smough, I think. No, even before you beat Ornstein and Smough.
Really?
So as soon as you get to Anor Londo and as soon as you get to the giant fucking cathedral,
right?
You get a little message on your screen saying that the black eye orb is like vibrating or whatever, and then you just use it and you invade his world, and you take him out and you get not only like the Firekeeper soul to restore her, but you also get his armor, and it's pretty good armor, and then you also get his ring. So I mean, like, in essence, getting all that shit is good, but I also didn't want him to take her just yet. I wanted to get that +3 before that happened. Yeah. But I completely forgot that shit triggers that.